What's up, lore masters? I've decided to do a different kind of video today after reading about the updates coming to the upcoming Picard series. Per Alex Kurtzman, a well-known figure in the Trek sphere, the new Picard series, presumably named Destiny, is set after the destruction of Romulus in 2387. This due to the Hobus event, of course. Which, by the by, has always been canon regardless of what people like to say. And even though we knew this event was canon, what wasn't known is that this would cause the dissolution of the Romulan Star Empire, and this dissolution would impact Picard greatly. Ultimately, Sir Patrick Stewart stated that he wanted something that felt similar to what was done in the past, but was totally different. So in that vein, Alex Kurtzman and company constructed a story where Captain Jean-Luc Picard was ultimately impacted by the destruction of Romulus, and the result of that destruction completely dissolving the Romulan Star Empire. From what I can find, it will probably happen shortly after the event I've been talking about. This would be roughly 7 years after the events of Nemesis, 6 years after the return of Voyager, and 12 years after the Treaty of Bajor, which ended the Dominion War. In a series that made this channel popular, namely the Dominion War series, I theorized in an episode that the Dominion wanted to change the Alpha Quadrant to red under the Dominion flag, but ultimately changed it all to blue under the Federation's banner. I plan to completely redo that series and make it on par with Trek's and quality, but for now, I'm going to link that video. It's worth watching that video after this, because ultimately, I think this new series is going to make that prediction come true. When talking about the Picard series, we don't have many more details, but I do think that the dissolution of the Romulan Star Empire is a game changer. Sir Patrick Stewart has stated he doesn't want it to be Starfleet focused and have another angle to it more from a civilian standpoint. I believe he will be some form of ambassador that will be trying to guide the Romulans back into the fold. However, with the Klingons still allied and to become a part of the Federation in roughly 117 years, the Cardassian infrastructure completely decimated at the point of the Dominion War and probably just barely getting back on their feet, the Dominion staying on their side of the fence and the Ferengi having strong ties with the Federation, the Romulan Star Empire was probably the only arguable threat to the Federation of known Alpha and Beta Quadrant powers, at least in my opinion. So with them gone and the upgraded weapons and Borg technology from Voyager, I can't really see how they could reasonably argue that the Federation was not the most powerful entity in the galaxy at this time. Now, some have tried to argue that the Federation would be weakened, but from what we see in the end of Deep Space Nine, the Federation had massively innovated in their technology when it comes to creating ships that were capable of fighting a war. So probably we're going to have a series where the Federation dominates both the Alpha and Beta quadrants. Additionally, if you take the political agenda of the writers and those who created Star Trek Discovery, this will probably be about inclusivity and the bringing of the races together. I wouldn't be surprised if they attempt to bring them into the Federation with elements that resist and speak about how the Romulans can't be trusted and how we need some form of fence or wall or something. I mean, again, this is the exact same writers as those in Star Trek Discovery, so it's probably going to lead us in a similar way. Though honestly, I think you could have a very interesting story here if done well, showing both sides. I mean, look at Undiscovered Country. It's not like we don't look at these specific ideals within Star Trek. Ultimately, I'm just concerned more than anything else when it comes to the Picard series. I don't know if we have enough material to make it satisfying. The Federation has won, Starfleet is the top dog, the Romulans are gone. What real stories are there to tell anymore? Additionally, the Star Trek Discovery writers being in charge makes me believe we're going to have more of the same, as I've kind of discussed. But these are my thoughts specifically on what the story aspects may be, as well as what the bias or agenda is going to look like. Let me know in the comments below what your guys' thoughts are. As always, guys, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and remember, all of our lives are ultimately a story. Make yours a good one.